The age-old question. The most subjective topic in the world of professional wrestling. Is Roman Reigns over? Depending on who you talk to, it is a very subjective topic. But the answer is very simple. Is Roman Reigns over? The answer is no. Roman Reigns is not over. Roman Reigns will never be over. Roman Reigns is one of those guys that is protected by everybody. People make excuses for Roman Reigns left and right, and I sit here and I don't know why. It's like people are masking failure. You know, when you admit to failure, at that point, you can begin the road to recovery. Start over. Do something else. Move on. Put it behind you. WWE protects Roman Reigns. Just look at WrestleMania. They completely sabotaged the main event of WrestleMania and changed the main event ending to WrestleMania because of crowd reaction. As if these people didn't know what to expect going into New Orleans and WrestleMania 34. It's like they pretended like the last 4 years were nothing but a mirage. It's like they were living in the Matrix. So, they're flying Roman over to Saudi Arabia to win the title from Brock Lesnar because of a more positive crowd reaction. They sabotaged WrestleMania for Roman Reigns. They're masking failure. He is so protected. Not only by the WWE in these febile attempts, you know, but WWE fans make excuses for Roman Reigns. They make excuses. Oh, he's a great worker. Oh, he busts his ass. Oh, he's a good father to his kids. Oh, he's this and that. He gets an unfair rap from everybody. If people just sat down and watched the man, they would understand how great he really is. Blah, 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 blah. Don't make me ill. Fans make excuses left and right. You got his colleagues in the industry making excuses for him. They're just as bad as the fans are. You know? But there's one thing that people don't realize. And it's the things that I've been talking about on this show. It's like everything that I say here is like forbidden. Who else is saying what I'm saying about Roman Reigns? Is there anybody that is not afraid of the truth? Listen, I understand better than everybody. We have to accept that Roman Reigns is going to be, you know, the number one guy in the company. But even at this point, Hogan wasn't as bad as Roman Reigns. Cena wasn't as bad as Roman Reigns. This is beyond anything compared to Cena and Hogan. WWE has done so much worse to try and get this guy over compared to anybody else before him. Roman is not over. He will never be over. WWE had an ample opportunity to get Roman where they wanted him now as a babyface, but they won't turn him heel. WWE refuses to turn Roman Reigns heel. I will not move away from this one thought ever. No one will convince me otherwise. I've said it for 4 years now. Roman needs to go heel in order to achieve the status that WWE wants him to be as a babyface. You need to make him a heel. Now, the only thing that might not work with being a heel is the people that boo him might actually end up cheering him. So it's going to be a role reversal of sorts. But if you put Roman in a situation where he would be booed by everybody, it would work. And then one day, you're going to wake up And you're going to see Roman Reigns in a situation against somebody. And fans miraculously are going to be like, oh, fuck. I want to cheer for Roman now. And all those people that so vehemently hated him would cheer him and respect him. You got to go through the darkness to get to the light. You know? I don't understand why WWE hasn't thought about this. Look at Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was booed for the right reasons. Hogan was a masterful heel. Hulk Hogan is and was one of the greatest heels in this business. When did you ever think Hulk Hogan, of all fucking people, would be one of the best heels in the business ever? Hollywood Hogan is masterful. He did everything right. You take the all-American Hulk Hogan, right? Did you ever think he would be a bad guy? You ever think you'd see him come out wearing black, air guitaring to Jimi Hendrix with a spray-painted beard? Just fucking shitting on everybody? Cut one of the best promos, one of the most memorable promos in wrestling history the night he joined the NWO. That's what Roman needs to do. And then look at what happened. Look at what happened. One night, out of nowhere, at WrestleMania, against The Rock of all fucking people. Fans wanted Hogan. They wanted eat your vitamins, say your prayers, Hulk Hogan. I'll never forget watching Hogan vs. The Rock at WrestleMania in Skydome in Toronto, where Hogan hulked up. I never seen people go crazy for Hogan hulking up like that, ever. Hogan went into that match a fucking heel. And one night, he was just turned into the biggest babyface in the company. Against The Rock, who was the biggest babyface in the company. It's ridiculous, man. WWE has missed opportunity after opportunity after opportunity with Roman Reigns. Roman is not over. When people say Roman is over, they are missing the point of the argument people are trying to make. You know? Oh, if Roman wasn't over, people would get up and go to the concession stands and use the restroom and they'd leave the arena. They sit there and they want to boo Roman Reigns. That's the lamest excuse that I think I could possibly ever hear. Fans pay money for tickets to watch the show. Roman is a part of the show. People will sit and voice their displeasure with Roman Reigns and the WWE. It's the lamest excuse that you could possibly ever make. Get up and walk away. What the fuck you want to do that for? It's like throwing money down the fucking toilet. Especially if Roman is going up against someone you legitimately want to see. Roman is not over in the traditional wrestling aspect. You look at someone like Tommaso Ciampa. Look at the heel work he's doing. Look at how he's being portrayed on social media. Fantastic. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Look at Johnny Gargano. What is he doing that is so wildly over with the fans? He's just someone that the fans believe in. He's a regular Joe Schmo who fans look at and say, damn, Gargano's a fighter. Gargano is someone that I look at and is very similar in everything that I live. He's a hardworking guy, scratching and clawing, fighting up to the top from the bottom, underappreciated, etc., etc. That's why we love Daniel Bryan so much. Johnny Gargano is a living, breathing fucking Daniel Bryan clone. People like that type of thing. People can relate to Johnny Gargano. People can relate to Daniel Bryan. And then when you put someone like Tommaso Ciampa, who is still loved by fans, but they love to boo him for the right reasons. Tommaso Ciampa isn't being booed because people want to see him leave the fucking company. They don't want to, boo him because they fucking hate him or they just can't stand him and, he's not like, I don't know. He's not a Roman Reigns, is what I'm trying to say. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Roman needs to be that type of heel. And WWE just doesn't want to do it. Roman is not over with the audience for the right reasons. Roman may be over in some of these goons' eyes, but they don't understand the logic of what is truly meant to be over. And WWE, again, they're still pulling the strings about trying to get this guy over instead of working on what the real deep-rooted issue is. The fact that he's not over. Why are you following the John Cena blueprint for Roman Reigns? Why? Why? So I have to wait 12 years to actually enjoy Roman Reigns? Is that what you're telling me? I gotta go through a decade of the Roman Empire just to finally appreciate this guy in the last few years of his career? Because that's what happened with John Cena. That's what happened with Hulk Hogan. I fucking hated Hogan. Hated him. I hated him for the wrong reasons. I hated Hogan for the reasons that I hate Roman Reigns. What happened? When Hogan turned heel, everything changed. And when Hogan turned babyface, I appreciated Hogan because I appreciated him that much more in the heel role. WWE is absolutely fucking blind. Oh, merchandise sales will suffer. Really now? Did merchandise sales suffer for the fucking NWO? The most hated faction in all of wrestling. Everywhere you go, NWO. Bandanas and t-shirts and fucking this and that. Right? People were buying fucking belts with spray painted NWO on it. Did it do so bad for the NWO? It'd be the same thing with Roman. I may even wear a Roman t-shirt if he turns heel. Legitimately. WWE is doing everything to hurt Roman at this point. They are not addressing the deep-rooted issue. There's nothing to be excited about when you see a Roman Reigns. He's got nothing. From top to bottom, he's got nothing. He offers nothing to the audience. He doesn't resonate with the audience. What is so special about Roman Reigns? Seriously, ask yourself this question. What do you look at when you look at Roman Reigns? Do you look at somebody like a Daniel Bryan? What is so great about Roman Reigns that you can connect with? Nothing. Nothing. I've had people text me who are huge fans of Roman Reigns tell me that they're sick and tired of the initiative and the agenda. There's nothing about Roman Reigns that makes you say, I want to watch Raw. There's nothing about Roman Reigns that's going to make you drop everything that you're doing to watch what he does and listen to what he says. Nothing. There barely is anyone in the WWE that's going to make you feel like that. The only people that make me feel like that on the microphone is a Paul Heyman. The only people that make me feel like that when they're in the ring is a Daniel Bryan or a Johnny Gargano. Guys like that. When Adam Cole talks, I listen. Roman has none of that. Nothing. Chris Jericho was recently interviewed and said he pitched an idea to get Roman Reigns over. He pitched an idea to Vince McMahon to get Roman Reigns over. Chris Jericho said this. He spoke to Chris Van Vliet via Cage Side Seats, and this is what he thinks WWE needs to do with Reigns. Y2J said, he's like a modern-day John Cena. For years, fans just boo Cena because they think it's the cool thing to do, but they're not paying any attention to what he's really doing. John Cena is another one who you listen to. When John Cena is in John Cena mode, like he was when he was talking about The Undertaker or talking about The Miz, You dropped what you did and you listened to every word that man said. When John Cena was fucking roasting Roman Reigns on the microphone, did you stop what you were doing? Because I certainly did. When Samoa Joe spoke about Roman Reigns, did you stop what you were doing to listen to what Joe said about Roman Reigns? I certainly did. Reigns doesn't come off that way. He comes off as manufactured, robotic, forced, unnatural. He's like the modern day John Cena. That's what Roman is now. They just see Roman and instantly start booing because it's the in thing to do rather than just shut up and watch this guy for what he really is, which is a great performer. And in time, that will come. Jericho went on to say, obviously maybe if he turned heel. But if he turned heel, all the people that booed him would start cheering him. You know what I mean? So I think it's just a matter of time staying the course. He needs some good heels to work with. Heels that want to be heels. Or can be heels. That's the one thing that I agree with Jericho on. But even at that point, I don't even think it's going to work. Because there is no true legit heel in the company. There isn't. The only legit heel that isn't pretending to be cool or isn't pretending to get a pop from the crowd is Tommaso Ciampa. He's the only true heel right now in the company that physically gets reactions that he needs to get. You know, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, you know, they might come across as two of the best heels in the company, but people still cheer them. When Sami Zayn's music comes off, that ska shit, very catchy. People are singing along to it. Kevin Owens, people are still cheering Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens is cool. The way he comes off is cool. You know? Sami Zayn, the way he comes off is obnoxious, and it's funny, and people laugh. People don't want to see these guys' demise. They're being cheered by half the audience because fans appreciate them. Fans like them. Fans like what they are portraying. Tommaso Ciampa has done everything perfect. No theme music to sing along to or cheer to or chant to. Comes out, looks like a fucking dick. Berates the fans on social media. Doesn't give a flying fuck about anybody. That's what a heel does. That is old school mentality. Now, he does need good heels to work with, but like I said, there really isn't anybody because they're all cool heels. They're all guys that come off as heel, but people cheer them. Joe isn't a heel. Samoa Joe isn't a heel. Samoa Joe is lost somewhere in translation between heel and babyface. He's in the middle. Joe is not a heel for the simple fact that when his theme music goes off, people are chanting Joe. If he's a heel, people aren't chanting the guy's name. Same thing with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is not a heel. WWE tried to manipulate the fact that Lesnar was a heel going into WrestleMania, but at the end of it all, it was pretty much a useless endeavor or a worthless endeavor by WWE because you're not going to get the fans to boo that type of guy. He's an ass kicker. People want to legitimately see him fucking kill people. Braun Strowman, you know, WWE tried to portray him as a heel. They couldn't do it because he's just one of those acts that people are attracted to and want to see destroy shit. That's always going to get a pop. When you got Braun Strowman destroying Monday Night Raw every fucking week, people aren't going to boo that. People are going to embrace that because we haven't seen it before. A guy like Joe, says Jericho. I mean, he's big, tough, great promo. He looks tough. What's to hate? What's the heel about Samoa Joe? I'm not saying that in a bad way, but dude, I loved Joe before I ever met him because I was just like, that guy kicks people's asses. I like that. It's like Brock Lesnar. How could you ever cast Brock Lesnar as a heel? He's big, giant, ugly, and he beats the shit out of guys that, you know, he beats the shit out of guys and wins all the time. What's there to hate about that? Jericho went on. Honestly, if it was me as a heel, I could get it over. Jericho as a heel, in his feud with Shawn Michaels, another masterful work. Jericho was legitimately fucking hated for all the right reasons. He is doing he was doing what Tommaso Ciampa is doing now, or vice versa. Tommaso Ciampa is doing what Jericho did back 10 years ago. It was fantastic. That's the type of guy that Roman Reigns needs to work with, but that type of guy doesn't exist anymore. And even at that point, I don't even think it would work completely. If it was me as a heel, I could get it over. Maybe Miz. Like those type of heels. I don't know if people would buy the Miz in that place, but you need some kind of real crybaby, cowardly heel against Roman Reigns. Jericho even had a crazy idea for him and Reigns that he pitched to Vince McMahon if they ever got into a feud against one another, and it involved a fireball. I had an idea that I wanted to do that I pitched to Vince. I wanted to throw a fireball in his eyes and blind him. An old school Memphis idea, yeah. But we never did it. But something like that maybe would help. A real proper heel that would be the bad guy to Reigns' good guy would be the perfect way to help the big dog get over with all WWE fans. While Joe is a great heel, he's a solid fan favorite. So everyone loves him and will be hoping he can beat Reigns, rather than it be the other way around. A crybaby coward heel is needed to get Roman over with everyone as a babyface. That's the real thing that Jericho is trying to get across here. You know, guys like Jericho could probably pull it off. But, again, I think it's too little too late, to be perfectly honest with you. I think it's too little too late. I think the Roman Reigns experiment is over. It's a failure in a lot of people's eyes. I think it's just been done for the last 4 years in the most pathetic way possible. And this may be the most pathetic attempt yet going into Friday's greatest Royal Rumble. Roman is not truly over with the fans. He will never truly be over with the fans. You want someone who is truly over in the right role. You look at a Bryan or a Gargano or a Tommaso Ciampa. Roman is not over. There's nothing that Roman portrays on television that makes you just watch week to week. You ain't watching these shows for Roman. Roman is not the main reason you were watching these shows. John Cena was, to a lot of people, the reason why people watched WWE. Hogan was a reason why people watched WWE. Austin, The Rock were reasons why people watched the WWE. Roman Reigns does not even fit into that category or should even be placed with guys like that, ever. Because Roman is not ever going to be at that level, and WWE, no matter how many times they continue to say, he isn't. He is just placed in the wrong position at the wrong time, with the wrestling industry now smarter than it's ever been, or the wrestling fan now smarter than they've ever been. They're not stupid. They're not gullible. They know what they want to see, and what they want to see is not Roman Reigns. Simple as that. Jericho, if Jericho came back and did what he did with a Kenny Omega, then maybe it would work. But you need that type of guy. And how many types of guys in today's wrestling industry exist like a Chris Jericho? Not many. Not many. So WWE better just suck it up, swallow the pill, and like I said, turn Roman heel, and one day you'll have that Roman reaction that you want. One day you'll get a Hollywood Hogan turn, because the fans at that point will have finally accepted Roman Reigns and will want to see Roman Reigns the way WWE wants him to be portrayed. Believe me, that's the way to do it. That is your opening to Off the Script this week, Sunday, part 3. There's a lot of stuff to go over. We got Seth Rollins news. We got Undertaker news. We got Bobby Roode news. We have a bunch of other shit as well. Plus, a Pro Wrestling Crate unboxing. And the finals of the JD Off the Script Intro Invitational. Who's it gonna be? And what's the new intro for Off the Script going to be moving forward? This is part 3 of episode 218 of Off the Script. Off this shitty fucking product by coming on here and speaking the fucking goddamn truth about this fucking filth. And I can book a better show taking a fucking dump after eating my fucking Chipotle chorizo with extra cheese. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. Have I ever? Of course not.
WWE's great, man. Fuck you, Japan, and Kenny Omega, Okada. Johnny! Ooh, what is it, man? Can I suck your dick? Ooh, what is it, man?
And this is the #1 fucking podcast right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script. The intro contest is about to come to its conclusion, man, and I'm very shocked at the fact that King Schmidt was eliminated in the second round. Not to say that Trey's video wasn't great in its own right, but a lot of you guys spoke highly about King Schmidt and his entry into the tournament. But My Damn Toys and Trey have made it to the finals. So you're going to see My Damn Toys and Trey's video towards the end of today's podcast. And it's all up to you guys. It's either Josh M or My Damn Toys. So make sure you guys go and vote. Poll will be in the top right corner that you see in the video, man. Yesterday we talked about Daniel Bryan and plans for Daniel Bryan on SmackDown Live following the Superstar shakeup. So if you guys missed that video, which apparently a lot of you did, either that or you didn't care about the topic or YouTube just failed to push the sub boxes. But whatever the case may be, it's there. Go and check it out. That will also be with the poll in the top right corner of your video. Make sure you guys go and watch part 1 as well of this week's podcast. Good stuff there. So if you guys want to go check that out, I'd appreciate your support. We haven't done an unboxing in a while, man. I didn't get any of the boxes for WrestleMania season for March, and that's because a lot of the boxes didn't send out their product to the podcasts because I think they were very limited, and a lot of these vendors went to WrestleMania, so they kind of just sent out to whomever instead of doing it to everybody. Like they send it out to guys like me, and then maybe Steven Larson, or whoever else has got a podcast and does unboxings or whatnot, or whoever's sponsored by them. So I felt like I haven't done an unboxing in quite some time, but I'm glad we got a pro wrestling crate, man. This was waiting outside my door on yesterday afternoon, so I'm like, yeah, let's fucking unbox it on Sunday's show, man. Let's see what's in here, man. This is legitimately my favorite crate of the month. These guys in That Wrestling Club, top notch. 2 of the best crates, 2 of the best subscription services you guys can get. This one here, ProWrestlingCrate.com. What you're going to do is go there, choose your subscription, whichever one you guys want. At the end, when you're paying and you're checking out, you're going to enter coupon code Off the Script. And you're going to get 20% off your first subscription, man. That is an unbeatable deal, only to people of Off the Script. You can go follow him on Twitter as well, at PWCrate. Let's see what we got here. Uh-oh. What is this, man? What is this? This one here is Best of the Indies Part 3. Next month's theme is Tag Teams Back Again. I see something with the Elite here, man, being that I'm wearing my Villain Club Marty Scurll t-shirt. What is this? Being the Elite. Oh my goodness, bro. This is fucking incredible. Oh my God. Yeah. Cody, Nick, Matt, Kenny, Marty, and Hangman Page, man. Look at that. This is, you know me and my old fucking school mentality, man. I love classic fucking old school. This is like one of those old NES games. Look at that, man. That's fucking sick. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That's made the whole crate right there. I love shit like that, man. Absolutely love shit like that. Independent Wrestling on Demand at powerbomb.tv. I don't know you guys like Powerbomb TV. There you go. Little promo code. You guys can get your first 30 days for free. Use promo code CRATE or PW Crate 30. So more than 50 live streaming events, 1,200 hours plus of wrestling from over 75 wrestling promotions. So if you guys are interested in that, powerbomb.tv/register, PW Crate 30. There you go. Somebody use that. I'm not going to use it. What do we got here, man? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, man. Yeah. Olay! Look at that, man. These shirts are fucking beast this month, man. That's great. That is absolutely great, man. The generic luchador. El Generico. I love it. Absolutely fucking love it, man. What do we got here? We got another micro buddy. I got quite a few of them here on my desk. I got Andre the Giant, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. I got Animal of the Legion of Doom. And we got another one here, man, which I got Kenny Omega somewhere too, I think. I don't know. I got him somewhere behind me. Hangman Page, man. Micro buddy. Micro Brawler. Yeah, he's going right over there next to Cody. There you go, bro. There you go. Love it, love it, love it. We got another pin here. We got S. Wolverine. Who the fuck is this? Let me look at the cheat sheet. I don't know who the fuck this is before I show you guys. Oh, yeah, it's Brian Cage. I'm sorry. Brian Cage, bro. There you go. Pin. Brian Cage. Pin. If I could focus this. There you go. You see a little bit better. Exclusive PW Crate pin. Right there, man. Best friends drink together. We have a big bottle opener there, man. Look at that. I can open up some fucking Guinness with that. Yeah. Love that, man. What is this here? Best of the Indies. Powerbomb TV presents Part 3. Best of the Indies. There you go. We got Keith Lee versus Josh Briggs. Beyond Wrestling. Stevie Fierce versus GPA. Gunnar Miller versus Jacob Ashworth. We got Matt Riddle versus Tom Lawler. Black Label Pro Wrestling Darkest Timeline Tournament, Phase 1. Best of the Indies right there, man. Look, there you go. Something that I probably won't ever watch. It'll go in the collection. Oh my goodness, man. What is this? What is this? Dude, this may be one of the best crates of all time. Look at this shit, man. Are you serious here? That is fucking sweet, dude. Kings of the Indies, right here. That is fucking sick. Love that shit. I want to get something like that framed, dude, for whenever I get the fuck out of this hellhole. And we got an autograph here, man. Every crate comes with an autograph. We have... Ooh, it's a female. It's a female. This is beautiful, man. Yeah, look at this. Candice LeRae. Awesome. Johnny Gargano's wife. Gonna play a major part in their storyline moving forward on NXT television, man. That's my prediction for that, but that is fucking great. What a crate, man. What a crate. We got the Elite poster. We got an El Generico t-shirt. We got an Elite t-shirt with all the guys on there. Fucking sick, dude. Pro Wrestling Crate hits a home run again. ProWrestlingCrate.com. And then you guys can use the promo code off the script for 20% off. Follow them on Twitter at PWCrate. And make sure you guys follow me on Twitter as well at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Make sure you guys get your t-shirts from Off the Script's online store. Pro Wrestling Tees affiliate barbershop window. It's barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Eat, sleep, bench, repeat. They do it for Roman Failuraha t-shirt. Their Jinder Mahal Get Off My TV version there. The Daniel Bryan shirt should be on sale tomorrow, man. Plus, I got a brand new Roman Reigns shirt coming that is sure to please many of my listeners, man. The True Face is finally back. Bryan is back. He's going to be doing big things on SmackDown Live. Hopefully that is up on Monday. And then when Roman wins the title, and he's still not over, we'll have a new Roman Reigns t-shirt out the following week as well. So make sure you guys go there. barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Make sure you guys support Harry's. Harry's.com/script free trial shave set. All you guys have to do is pay the shipping and handling, and you're going to have the best shave of your life. Guaranteed. Harry's.com/script. And Audible, still sponsoring the show. They're giving you guys listening to the podcast each and every week 30 days free to try their service out with one free audiobook of your choice. Audibletrial.com/offthescript. And the best thing about it is if you believe Audible's not for you and you want to cancel within those 30 days of the free trial, you get to keep the audiobook no matter what. Over 190,000 choices to choose from. Every genre imaginable, man. Make sure you guys sign up. Audibletrial.com/offthescript. Thank you guys so much for all the support. And if you guys want to directly support the show, Patreon is open to everyone, man. You guys can support the show through Patreon as well. If you enjoy what you see and hear each and every week, everybody's patronage is appreciated. Patreon.com/JD206. Let's hit the news, man. I want to start off with the news I have on Seth Rollins. Now, Seth Rollins, as you guys know, was not moved to SmackDown Live after everybody had been talking about him moving over to SmackDown Live with the Intercontinental Championship. Seth Rollins is going to be a major player on Monday Night Raw as the Intercontinental Champion, and then WWE has already 2 feuds lined up for him in 2018. Now, the plans for Seth Rollins, according to Raj of Wrestling Inc., with Rollins staying as a face on Raw moving forward, the expectation is that one opponent will engage in a feud with Rollins, and his name is the modern-day Maharaja Failuraha, Jinder Mahal. My God, I'm already not looking forward to that feud for the Intercontinental Championship. Mahal was the first to move to Monday Night Raw after a reign of terror on SmackDown Live that impressed nobody, which saw him diminish the WWE Championship and SmackDown Live as a brand. Don't believe me? Too bad. The second feud for Rollins after Mahal, one that has been speculated before his injury, could see Jason Jordan turned heel and return to battle Rollins, which I don't actually mind at this point. I'm actually wanting to see Jason Jordan back on television, man. I think, Jason Jordan was kind of coming into his own, and then he got injured, and, I thought that Rollins and Jordan, 2 guys that could definitely, if you put them in the ring together, they have the opportunity to steal a show on many nights, man, because Jordan is a great wrestler. Jordan put on great matches, believe it or not, with Cena and Reigns. And I think Jordan is very, 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 I wouldn't say underappreciated as a whole, but in the ring, I think he is underappreciated because the fans, he's in the same boat as Roman Reigns. Like, people want to, come to the arena just to fucking spit venom at this guy. And it's not even his fault. It was because WWE put him in some lame storyline where he was Kurt Angle's illegitimate son. And nobody really believed that. But what the guy did in the ring was fucking great. Now, a lot of people are even, speculating, which I don't think WWE would do this because it would kind of be below what Jason Jordan was doing, before he was injured. People want to see the Monday Night Raw Tag Team division kind of enhanced by putting Jordan and Gable back together, being that Gable is on Monday Night Raw now as well. But, Gable could be a great mid-card, and this could be something where, if Jordan comes into his own in the mid-card and WWE, which I hope they do, start bringing Chad Gable up to not the same level as Jordan, but get him to a point where Gable, could challenge Jordan. Say Jordan wins the Intercontinental Championship. Wouldn't it be great to see Gable and Jordan battling it out over the Intercontinental Championship? I think those two would have a fucking fantastic match. And that's the kind of match I want to see for a title like the Intercontinental Championship. Got to make it happen, but WWE has to get behind Gable. We haven't seen Gable on Monday Night Raw yet. I feel like they just moved Gable over to Monday Night Raw, and they're not really going to utilize the talent that is Chad Gable. I hope so. But Mahal and Jordan are two guys that WWE has in mind to feud with Seth Rollins. Now, Dean Ambrose is set to come back. We already discussed that. Seth Rollins was asked when WWE was touring South America, or South Africa rather, not South America, South Africa. They were asking him in an interview when Rollins is coming back, and Ambrose is coming back, and Rollins said that Ambrose is due back late spring, early summer, so he could be back within the next 2 or 3 months. So we'll see what happens there, man. But the reason WWE decided to pick Mahal and Jordan is because they're going to be the only two strong mid-card heels on Raw, and the face side is going to be balanced out by both The Big Show and Bobby Roode. What? The Big Show? So The Big Show is going to be a babyface mid-card act, is what you're telling me. My God. I have no words. With Brock Lesnar, and his uncertainty in the WWE following the Greatest Royal Rumble, the road to the top is going to be much more open, and fans would have been hopeful that Rollins would be able to enter the main event scene. If this is anything to go by, then Rollins could be waiting a while before he reaches the top of the card on Raw again. Seth Rollins right now is in a good position, man. Seth Rollins is the type of babyface that the Intercontinental Championship needed. Now, I would have went with Finn Balor because I think Finn Balor, after everything that he's been through and his fight back, I thought he would have been a great candidate for the Intercontinental Championship, but you're not going to hear a complaint out of me against Seth Rollins being the Intercontinental Champion. I mean, I've said it about Rollins that he is the best in-ring performer on Monday Night Raw coming out of WrestleMania last year. And I've said that time and time and time again if you've been listening to me. I said the same thing about Sasha Banks. Same thing about Sasha Banks on the female side. There's nobody better in the ring for her brand than Sasha Banks. She's been the best in-ring performer on Monday Night Raw for the females coming out of WrestleMania last year. And that's the God-honest truth. Both with Rollins and Sasha Banks. Bobby Roode, I would love to see him turn into the heel that we've seen in NXT and feud with a Seth Rollins over the Intercontinental Championship. I think that would be great. But the thing with that is, you got to set up a storyline and a foundation for him to turn heel and for the fans to hate him. They had it in NXT. And I don't know why they abandoned that. I don't see Bobby Roode as a babyface. I look at him and I see dick. I look at him and I see pompous prick. I look at him and I see... And I mentioned this because it was fucking fantastic. I want to see him the way he was with Roderick Strong. Demoralizing and putting down talent because of who he thinks he is. That was his NXT. He wanted to take NXT into the glorious era. He wanted to mold NXT in his image. He should be doing that on Monday Night Raw. He's here now. Brand new start. Mold Monday Night Raw into the Bobby Roode show. That's what I want to see. So we'll see what happens, man. But Rollins has a nice... little mix of opponents here if WWE plays their cards right. Mahal, not really interested in it, but, I think Mahal could get good heel heat legitimately when going up against someone who is as over as Rollins. Jason Jordan, the matches that we could see with Rollins and Jordan speak for themselves. Ambrose, WWE could turn him heel, which I hope they do because he needs it more than anybody. Have him feud with Rollins, and they have Bobby Roode. It's a great mid-card right there. Then you got Elias, right? You got Elias. Balor is there. You got Rollins as the champion. You got Bobby Lashley. WWE could have a decent mid-card here. They just got to play their cards right and put people in positions where they're set to thrive and not remain stagnant. With the shake-up should come changes. Some guys need to be changed. And I hope WWE follows through on that. So it should be an interesting mid-card on Monday Night Raw, man. I'm very excited to see where they go with this for the rest of 2018. Speaking of Sasha Banks, man, We all know Sasha Banks has had a mouth on her the last year and a half. She goes on these podcasts and she expresses her anger towards fans and showing up in places where, really aren't, expressed or planned just to get an autograph, and they're showing up, waiting for her to come on into the airports when that type of stuff is private information, etc., etc. Everybody wants some level of privacy, but, it comes with the territory. You're going to be someone like a Sasha Banks on the grand stage that is WWE. The privacy you have is going to be very, very, very minimal. So you should appreciate everything that's coming to you instead of flambasting the fans and pushing the fans away. But I understand her point. You don't want to sign autographs at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you don't want people looking you up by your real name to find out when your plane comes in. That's just fucking creepy. You don't want fans waiting outside the hotel when that type of information isn't really released to anybody, and you already know where she's staying and spending the night before she has to go to work the next day. That's fucking creepy. And she expressed that, and I'm fully in her boat on that. That's just awful. Those people need to have their fucking heads examined. Like, go fucking find another hobby. Go live your life instead of fucking trying to live vicariously through Sasha Banks or, wait outside hotels for days and hours at a time just to get a fucking autograph or get a picture that you could post on social media to pretend how cool you are to your friends. Come on, dude. But that type of attitude may have gotten Sasha Banks in heat with WWE Creative. Now, if anything, the Superstar Shakeup has made it much more difficult for those on the blue brand who have been considered the winners of this reshuffle. Asuka arrived earlier this week, but the show didn't lose any big names. Instead, they retained the likes of Charlotte, Becky, Carmella, and they gained Asuka. And Naomi is still there, too. Despite big names like Ronda Rousey and Alexa Bliss being on the Raw roster right now, some might say the division is more open compared to SmackDown. It makes it slightly easier to reach the top. However, someone who hasn't been getting enough push is Sasha Banks. While she's still in a slightly big feud alongside Bayley, it's obvious that WWE hasn't had any serious plans to put the Women's Championship on her, and not many would have guessed that she'd be stuck on the pre-show at WrestleMania. Now, though, Mike Johnson of PW Insider has revealed some information about her backstage attitude in WWE that could be rubbing officials the wrong way. It's one of the possible reasons why she hasn't been getting the push many believe she deserves. According to sources, he said, there certainly have been stories about her with her attitude and I talked about that WrestleMania weekend. She kind of blew it off. In some ways, saying that she does not have an attitude with the fans, but has an attitude if you are bothering her in a place where she has not made it publicly known that she would be there, then you are out of line, which I agree with. I totally agree with, but she has to understand it comes with the territory. So either embrace it or just ignore it and just fucking try your best to push these people aside without publicly coming out and stating how you fucking hate these people, which she has done. I quote, I don't think there is any reason why the shine on her has gone away. There is probably a plethora of reasons, including some of the factors that, I just mentioned, but it's not just one thing. It's a number of things. Whether she sort of gets that focus, unrestricted pushed again, that remains to be seen, but I don't think she's really diminished in terms of her work in the ring. I just think they haven't focused upon her as much as they were in the earlier days where it was her, Charlotte, Becky, and Paige, and others who are in the women's division. End quote. Now, while many can understand why Sasha Banks would be frustrated at continuously being swamped by fans when it's not convenient, having a speculated bad attitude towards them is clearly not going to sit well with officials. If this does happen to be one of the reasons why they haven't been pushing her, then it's going to be increasingly difficult to emerge as the top star once more, especially with a stacked women's roster now impressing more than ever. Some people are saying that Sasha Banks is way too cocky for her own good. She comes out publicly stating that she's the greatest female performer of all time in the ring, or at least, in the WWE nowadays. Well, listen, you could be saying that type of thing. It's okay to be high on what you're doing. It's okay to be confident As long as you're not putting anyone else down. And she hasn't done that. She's always been an advocate for the women in the locker room. She's always been a leader of the locker room. She's always been a face for the women in that locker room with the evolution happening of the women's division. She's never really put anybody down. So it's okay in that aspect. But, you know, some in WWE management might not like that type of boastfulness. Some in management might not like how forward she is. Some in management might not like how she goes on podcasts. I believe she was interviewed live with Sam Roberts. I don't know if it was during SummerSlam last year, but I know it was Sam Roberts, where she said that, you know, Monday Night Raw is chaotic and how much she'd rather be in NXT because of the easier schedule and the lighter schedule and just, you know, allowing, you know, herself to just be free in the ring. NXT allows her to wrestle. She stated on social media public times, I just want to wrestle. You know? To me, when I look at that, it's like she's kind of coding it in the fact that WWE's either A, holding her back, there's too much political pull on the main roster, and all she wants to do is wrestle. That's all she wants to do. Some in WWE management might not like her bluntness and her forwardness and her honest attitude. You can't really be that way. She has a tendency to run her mouth a little bit. Take a step back. Because the more you do that, the more you ain't going anywhere. And I love Sasha Banks. I think she's great. I think she is criminally underutilized. I think WWE is dropping the ball by not having her be the face of that division. And a lot of people just don't understand why. WWE hasn't gotten behind her. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man, but hopefully that gives you a better insight to why Sasha Banks really isn't being utilized. Bayley and Sasha Banks should be the feud on Monday Night Raw that carries that division. Easily. They have something there that could carry that division through the rest of the year if they play their cards right and they tell a great story. We've seen it in NXT. I want to see it on the main roster. It's been how many years now removed from that match, and we haven't seen Bayley and Sasha Banks. It needs to be done. It's going to enhance Bayley. It's going to get Bayley away from this hugger bullshit and give her more of a little attitude that we need instead of being a pushover. And it's going to get Sasha Banks into a role that I know she'll thrive in because we've seen it in NXT and I want to see it on the main roster. Sometimes change needs to be made. And Sasha Banks going from babyface to heel where she thrives needs to be done. That's just my opinion on that. And that's just a little inside information as to why Sasha Banks might not be pushed on Monday Night Raw now, you know, along with an Alexa Bliss or a Nia Jax. Seems like the women on Monday Night Raw, it's a flavor of whatever season they're in. You know, one week it's one season it's Alexa Bliss. Now it's Nia Jax. Nia Jax, I assume, is going to hold the title for quite some time. You know, I don't know who's going to take the title off of Nia Jax. There really isn't anybody there that I want to see take the title off Nia Jax. There's nobody else there that I want to see champion besides Sasha Banks. I think the title is on the wrong woman right now. And the women's division on Monday Night Raw compared to SmackDown Live is not even an equal whatsoever. So WWE has a lot of work to do on Monday Night Raw. It seems the issues with the shakeup that were the issues before the shakeup with the women's division and the tag team division, unless WWE makes the appropriate changes, is not getting any better. They changed and shook up the main event and the mid-card, which I appreciate, but it's a 3-hour show. It seems like we're going to get rinse and repeat with the tag team and the women on Monday nights, continuing into 2018. This division needs to be built around Sasha Banks, and I think WWE let everybody down and dropped the ball by putting the title on Nia Jax. That's just my honest opinion on that. Neville is a name we keep hearing in the news. Is he coming back? Is he going to the Indies? What's going on with Neville? Now, I do have an update on Neville, and I would like to see Neville come back to the WWE, especially now that the cruiserweights are being given more freedom, and Triple H is in charge of the cruiserweights and 205 Live. Now, Mike Johnson of PW Insider may have just revealed a little bit more information about the former NXT champion and the former cruiserweight champion, Neville. When speaking on PW Insider Elite, Mike Johnson was asked about Neville and his situation and revealed that he's simply playing the waiting game by sitting at home since the WWE is refusing to release him from his contract. According to Bodyslam.net, Johnson said, yeah, he's hanging out at home, waiting to figure out how he's going to get out of his WWE contract or if he's going to come up with a way to come back to the WWE. We'll see if that ever happens. Johnson's last sentence suggests that a return does seem unlikely at this moment, or even in the future. It's also believed that Neville has been away from WWE television on his own accord, and the company will certainly put a freeze on his contract, as he's been missing contractual dates. The same thing was done to Rey Mysterio and Daniel Bryan when they missed a lot of television time while they were under contract. So if he does ever decide to come back, he's potentially going to have to make up for the time that he's missed, which currently stands right now at around 6 months during this dispute. So really nothing has changed on Neville, man. I don't know if WWE is continuing to try and get Neville back. You know, it's probably going to be on Triple H. And if it's in Triple H's hands, I think it would go well. I think Neville would listen to a guy like Triple H. I think Triple H has done a great job at bringing guys in and talking about guys coming back and signing them and bringing Hall of Famers in for the Hall of Fame. You know, he's got that way of kind of, you know, negotiating with people to come on back. You know, that he's doing things his way. Or he's going to have, you know, a stance in the company at this moment. And I think Neville would definitely listen and be open to listen to Triple H. And putting Neville on 205 Live might not be a bad thing. I mean, can you blame Neville for wanting to sit out while WWE was ruining not only his legacy, making him an embarrassment with the whole Enzo situation? Why would anybody want to be a part of that? I don't think anybody legitimately wanted to be a part of that. I think everybody bit their tongue on that and couldn't really say anything because that's what WWE wanted to do. They wanted to push Enzo Amore as the Cruiserweight Champion. What a fucking embarrassment that was coming out of the Cruiserweight Classic. We go from one of the greatest WWE productions of all time to leading a division with Enzo Amore as your champion as a true fucking embarrassment to the entire division. Now, Vince McMahon gave the reins to Triple H, and 205 Live is some of the best WWE television during the week. Does Neville want to come back to that? Does he want to get involved with that again? I hope so. I hope so. We'd start to see the Neville that we've seen in NXT if the show is under the direction of Triple H. Neville isn't going to be handcuffed. Neville isn't going to be embarrassed. Neville will be pushed as a face of that brand. Then there are some that are going to state that Neville is too good for the Cruiserweight division. Which, I'm in that boat. But I'm not going to be against Neville coming back as long as we get him back. I don't care where he is. And not only does he make 205 Live better, not only would he make Raw or SmackDown better, but he makes anything better. Anything that he comes back to better. Neville playing a heel has been fantastic. He lived the role. He played the role great. And on top of what he does in the ring, why wouldn't you want this type of guy back? Why wouldn't you be making an effort to talk to this guy, get him to come back? Things are changed on 205 Live. Maybe he wants better for himself. Maybe he wants to be on Raw. You know, I'd love to see him on Raw. I'd love to see Neville and Rollins in a mid-card feud for the Intercontinental Championship. That's where I think he belongs. That's where I'd put him. Or put him on SmackDown. Neville versus Bryan? Neville versus Styles? Come on, man. That's the type of guy that he wants to be in the ring with. But things just added up. The fact that the Cruiserweights were on the pre-show, they weren't on the back of the DVD yard. He didn't get a bonus, right, for WrestleMania 33. All those things added up. On the fact that WWE had him jobbed to Enzo Amore, it's a fucking embarrassment. Is that what Neville wanted out of his career? They built the entire division around him, put the title on him, and they have him drop the title to someone who isn't even classified as a fucking cruiserweight. He's a fucking embarrassment. You know? If I'm on Neville's level, who is heralded by a lot of people as one of the best wrestlers in the world, and you have to lose to a guy who can't even fucking wrestle at all, how would you feel? You want to bite your tongue and shut up and do what they say? Collect a paycheck, shut up, and not speak up? Though your fucking heart is breaking and you just want to fucking explode? Because you know your worth? You know your value? And clearly they didn't see value in Neville. They thought of him as a fucking pushover. Can't really blame him in this situation, but he is contracted. You know? Neville did something that a lot of people I know would love to do to their employer. Stage a walkout. I had enough. I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm hoping Triple H can convince him to come back, man, because Neville, like I said, 205 Live, Raw, SmackDown, wherever he goes, he's going to make the show that much better. And I want to see him back because of who's now on the main roster and what 205 Live is doing right now. You know? Mustafa Ali and the Cedric Alexanders and the Buddy Murphys, right? The Kalistos. These guys are these guys are being set free. Look at the matches we've seen on 205 Live as of late, man. It's great. I want Neville to be a part of that, or any show for that matter, because like I said, he makes it that much better. Moving on here, man. I'm going to be doing, I see a lot of news here about the Greatest Royal Rumble. I'm going to be doing a preview and prediction show. We're going to go over the card. A 30-minute podcast maybe on Wednesday afternoon before NXT. I think that's when we'll stage that. So we'll set that up. And Friday will be the Greatest Royal Rumble review. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as off the script. It's going to be a funky week. I think I might do part 1 on Thursday. Thursday, I really don't do anything. Normally, I'll either stream or I usually take the day off just to kind of get my mind right for Friday. But I might do part 1 on Thursday if there's enough news. And then we'll do the Greatest Royal Rumble on Friday review because it's going to be at 12 o'clock. And then I'll get the review out immediately. And then Saturday, we'll probably do part 2. And then Sunday, part 3. So we'll see what happens with that. Just want to make sure you guys are aware of the scheduling for this coming week, rather, for Off the Script. News on Bobby Roode, man. We talked about Seth Rollins, and I think Bobby Roode heel will go great against the babyface Seth Rollins. On Monday Night Raw, we've seen the main event of a 10-man tag. Bobby Lashley, Rollins, Balor, Strowman, and Bobby Roode versus Owens, Zayn, Miz, Axel, and Dallas. The Glorious One ended up helping his team win this big 10-man tag, which ended with The Miz facing Braun Strowman and ended with a running power slam by Strowman on The Miz, pinning him afterward for a 3 count and a victory. Roode might have been the last superstar to have his move from SmackDown Live to Raw televised on the Raw brand this week, but the fact that he was placed in this spot is a good thing, according to Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez. Now, according to Wrestling Observer Radio this week, having Roode switch to Raw saved his appearance till the end and revealed as a big surprise bodes well for the future of him on Monday night. They both stated that as he was revealed last, and it suggests that WWE views him as the most significant wrestler to move from SmackDown to Raw through the Superstar Shakeup this week. This is a promising sign for Bobby Roode since his jump from NXT to the main roster in August last year. He struggled with making a huge impact as he was largely one-dimensional on SmackDown. Hopefully things change now that he's on Raw. For now, Roode will still likely compete for below the main event picture on Monday Night Raw, but this brings out a future of promising feuds with Rollins, Balor, Owens, Zayn. However, if the WWE pulls a heel turn on him and pulls the trigger on a heel turn, this could be better for him, especially since there aren't a lot of top heels on Raw at the moment. And that's exactly what we need. You know, Mahal is not going to carry the load. I don't believe in Mahal. You know, the heel role that Bobby Roode played was perfect. And you need a legit heel. You know, not many people are going to believe in a Jason Jordan. And Elias is there, but he's not really a heel. He's more the cool heel to like. I want a legit heel like we've seen of in NXT, and that's Bobby Roode, and Bobby Roode at his best. And I think a heel Bobby Roode versus a babyface Balor or a babyface Rollins is fantastic for WWE's mid-card. It needs to be that way to enhance the entire division. And Bobby Roode is a babyface right now. There's a lot of babyfaces on Monday Night Raw, man. There really is. You need to offset that with the heel, and Bobby Roode is the perfect candidate for a heel turn on Monday Night Raw. Why The Undertaker and Rusev is back on. According to sources, this is the reason why the match is now on. Now, a source in WWE said that somebody in the office was definitely rubbed the wrong way by the initial comments Rusev made to TMZ, where he referred to The Undertaker as being old. WWE is very sensitive to the potential of offending old-timers. Once they realized Undertaker wasn't offended, they put Rusev back in the match. Although it doesn't sound like Rusev directly said that, it shows how protective WWE is of someone who has served the company for as long as The Undertaker, even if it was meant as a joke. Someone in WWE obviously had their fucking, their feelings hurt, or was easily triggered, or is easily triggered. I don't think anybody in WWE management realizes that Rusev is not doing anything wrong. Rusev mentioned, and I watched the TMZ video, I think he was in Hollywood, with Lana. He came out of a beautiful fucking convertible, or some type of fucking sports car. I don't remember which one it was, but, he was with Lana, and they were interviewed by TMZ, and it was just, a standard interview. They didn't really mind being interviewed. And Rusev, listen, what good is a guy like Rusev if he's not in character? Everywhere he goes, it's Rusev Day. Rusev is in character. You think Rusev is legitimately gonna call The Undertaker old? He's gonna belittle and disrespect The Undertaker? Why would anyone in WWE think Rusev would do that? What are they, fucking stupid? He's playing a character. Just like Matt Hardy goes on TMZ and says that he's going to delete Vince McMahon. What's the difference? Matt Hardy's not talking down to Vince McMahon where he wants to delete and make Vince McMahon obsolete. What, so someone in WWE's gonna de-push Matt Hardy now? Because he wants to delete McMahon? Rusev said Undertaker's old. He's gonna bury The Undertaker. So what? Excuse the guy that you've employed as a pro wrestler goes out in public and plays a pro wrestler. WWE, man, I think they are clearly lost with the times. Another thing that people thought was the burial here of Rusev and him being pulled from the match. Brad Shepard of BodySlam.net revealed the details of the whole situation from why Rusev was taken out of the match in the first place. Then the company decided to put him back in the match instead by putting Jericho in the Royal Rumble just by that. He's in the Royal Rumble. He's not fighting The Undertaker. The Bury Me Softly brother tweet from Rusev was thought to be a decision as well to pull Rusev from the match. But in the interview, Rusev said, I quote, he's going to crush his old ass. That's what he said about The Undertaker. Machka, Rusev crush. He's playing his gimmick. He's playing his character. Someone in WWE, listen, scale that back a little bit, bruh. Scale that back a little bit. Why don't you enjoy a pro wrestler playing a pro wrestling character wherever he goes? I'd love if I met Rusev and he's fucking playing his character or in character. It's great. It's a great thing to see. It means to me that the fans and the people in WWE are not fans. They got a stick so far up their ass that everything that's said is taken literally, and they gotta fucking abuse their power. Rusev's gone. Mention The Undertaker being old and crushing his old ass. Let's replace him. Ridiculous, man. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Finally, guys, to end this week's part 3 of Off the Script, news on The Undertaker. Minor news and note here on The Undertaker. WWE wants to have The Undertaker wrestle multiple times in 2018. I don't want to see this happen. And the reason why I don't want to see it happen is because I was reading this before I actually hit record. And this was going to be the big story, but I figured I'd use Roman Reigns and the Jericho topic because Roman's name always garners attention. But The Undertaker wrestling in 2018 is not something that I want to see, man. I didn't want to see him wrestle at WrestleMania. I really didn't care if he wrestled at WrestleMania or not. I don't want to see The Undertaker wrestle because a character like The Undertaker should just gracefully bow out. A guy like The Undertaker should not come out and state that he's retired because he's the fucking Undertaker. Undertaker's legacy should live on. Undertaker and everything revolving around The Undertaker should always be unpredictable, right? I don't want to see The Undertaker come back and come back and come back every single year. It's not a WrestleMania moment anymore to see The Undertaker. Especially for people watching at home, man. It's the same old shit. How many times can we see the big entrance at WrestleMania? Ooh. It's not a WrestleMania moment to me anymore, man. It's a new day and age where we want to see new superstars get a WrestleMania moment. The Undertaker's had his moment in the darkness. With the streak being buried at WrestleMania 30, The Undertaker pretty much lost any of his appeal. Most of his appeal. They're not going to use him as a full-time guy. He's never going to be, world champion again. He's never going to have a meaningful feud. Everything's just going to be done to use The Undertaker because of his notoriety and his name. And I don't want to see that happen. I want to see The Undertaker do what not many people do. When I look at The Undertaker is such a big part of my childhood that I don't want to see The Undertaker in there doing anything less than what I expect from The Undertaker, which is greatness. If I got to see The Undertaker hobbling around, barely able to move, immobile, not doing anything that I'm accustomed to seeing him do, struggling to get through a 5-10 minute match because he's old and broken down, it's not really something I want to see out of The Undertaker. The Undertaker should go the way of Shawn Michaels and just leave. Quit. Retire. Enjoy your old age. When we think of The Undertaker, we think of WrestleMania 25. That's the last time I want to see The Undertaker in that way. I don't want to see The Undertaker coming back and refusing to hang up the boots, giving me less than what I expect from him. I don't want to see him become a decrepit old man who just can't walk away from the industry. It's not what I envision when I look at the Undertaker character. I always think of the Undertaker character as strong and evil and, above everybody else. If the Undertaker is going to be put in these positions to be humanized and be less than what we expect from the Undertaker, that's not really the Undertaker to me. We expect a level of greatness from the Undertaker, and if we can't get that, or if he can't deliver that to us, then he shouldn't be doing it. PW Stream has stated that more matches could be on the horizon for The Undertaker in 2018. PW Stream has stated that there is hope backstage in the WWE that the Phenom will be willing to wrestle more frequently, potentially up to 4 or 5 times this year, which would be, at this stage of his career, if it does happen, a fucking miracle. The Undertaker wrestled twice in 2017, in the Rumble match, which he looked terrible, and in Roman Reigns, which was one of the worst main events of WrestleMania history. However, he hasn't competed for WWE more than twice in a year since 2015, when he wrestled a staggering 7 times. If this report is true, and there are more planned matches for the dead man this year, it will be interesting to find out who he could be competing against. An obvious opponent would be Cena, since the two have already competed against one another at WrestleMania 34, but many WWE fans weren't happy with how the match unfolded and the build before it. I loved the build, and the match went as good as it could go. It was unadvertised. What do you want? If the WWE put it on the advertisement, Undertaker returns against John Cena, then we would expect a 20-minute match. The fact that it was not advertised, WWE didn't need to put it on the poster. We got a 3-minute match, and it went exactly how it should have went. Looking at it after the fact, we were all disappointed. We were all like, that's it? Now that we know why they did it, it makes sense. But in that moment, me and everybody else were like, was that it? I wanted to see 10 minutes, 15 minutes with these guys. And on top of that, you got to give respect to John Cena for making The Undertaker look as good as he's looked in years by allowing him to just do what he does in the ring. Hit all those big spots, 2-3 minutes later, tombstone, done. Now, if he is only to wrestle a few more times in 2018, WWE may save his appearances for bigger shows, meaning like the Greatest Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, etc. Considering The Undertaker is now 53 years old, this may be his swan song year in WWE, so hopefully the company gives him a fantastic feud so that he can end his career on a high. I don't think there's anybody in the WWE that I want to see The Undertaker feud with anymore, man. I think it's just a perception that we are completely over. And the reasons I gave you are the ones I'm sticking to, man. I just expect a level of a certain something from The Undertaker. I don't want to see him put in a position where he's not at that level. By having him continue to wrestle at this age, and having him injured and just battered and beaten and broken down after all this time and all these years, we're not going to get The Undertaker that we expect. And if that's the case, I'd rather him just have his last ride completely. And I don't want to be a part of that. I want to remember The Undertaker for what he was. Probably the greatest of all time. That's my opinion on that. Thank you guys so much for everything, man. That is your Off the Script for part 3 this Sunday afternoon. Hope you guys have a great weekend or end of your weekend. There's no Walking Dead tonight, so I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I may be live on Twitch tonight with Fortnite with the guys because I've been getting a little bit better at Fortnite, man. I definitely want to get into the swing of things again with Fortnite. I'm having a good time with my guys, Jake, Llama, Drokin, and all those guys that I usually play with. So I might be on Twitch tonight, so I'll send the notification out on Twitter. Make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. And the intro contest is going to end with Trey. We're going to do the intro contest, and you guys are going to vote for the new intro for Off the Script. And at that point, things will be set in motion, man. The Daniel Bryan t-shirt should be on sale tomorrow. The Roman t-shirt, I will show you guys next week at the conclusion of the Greatest Royal Rumble. It's a great one, and I think a lot of you guys are going to enjoy it. And I expect to see a lot of them at WWE shows. If you guys want to go check out the remainder of Off the Script this weekend, parts 1 and 2 are live on the channel right now. Please go and check that out if you did indeed miss those. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Get your t-shirts, barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Patreon, if you guys want to support the podcast, patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. If you guys are on iTunes and Podbean, thank you guys so much for listening to me over there. If you guys are on iTunes, please leave a rating. Greatly appreciate it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the show. And I think that's pretty much it, man. I think that's all I got. So thank you guys for everything, and I will see you tomorrow, Monday Night Raw. We got a new week of WWE content, and we got a big week coming up, man, with the Greatest Roman Rumble on Friday afternoon. I will be doing preview and predictions, and we're going to be doing a review. So it's going to be a big week, man. Stick with me here. Thank you so much. And enjoy your Sundays, man. I'll see you guys from Monday Night Raw. I'll talk to you later.